See, in order to prepare for elevation, we have to have a firm foundation. Why? Because that's the only way that we can survive the storms when they come. But before we talk about the storms, let's talk about what elevation means. The definition of elevate, it means this. It means to raise to a higher position or rank. It is something that is given to you based off of your accomplishments. Now, the biggest example I can give you, the best example I can give you is in school. Everyone in here has gone to school at one time or another, and you knew what it was like to make it from grade to grade and go from level to level. I remember in elementary school, we didn't really understand what it took. So we all sat down on the last day of school with our hands folded, being real good, because we thought if the teacher liked us on the last day of school, we would make it to the next level. But the teacher stopped us and said, you're not going to pass based off of how you act today, but it's going to be based off of all the tests that you took during the year. And if you didn't meet the qualifications during the test during the year, you're not going to make it to the next level. The reason why you have to learn the lessons at the first grade is because the next level, the lessons get harder. See, you have to be ready to make it to the next level. Not only do you have to remember what you did in the last grade, but you're going to have to apply that in the next grade. See, when God elevates you, you're not going to have time to go back and relearn some stuff. And I don't know about you, but there's some stuff that I don't ever have to learn again. Do I got any witnesses in here? See, the thing about elevation is you have to be sure that that's what you want when you ask for it. Because elevation comes with a cost. That means that bigger levels come with bigger devils. Everybody wants to be on top until they realize how thin the air is up there. Everybody wants to be on stage until they realize how hot the spotlight is. And with elevation comes, you have to pass this test. And you don't have time to get ready. You got to be ready. Matthew 7:24. Therefore, anyone who hears these words of mine, puts them into practice, is like a wise man who built his house upon a rock. Because when the storms come, they won't tear you down. Let me just make it plain for you. If you can't handle the test that you're going through right now, you're not ready for elevation. Well, Pastor G, you don't know my struggle. You're right. I don't know your struggle. I'm not supposed to know your struggle. The only person that is called to your struggle is you. But I got some good news for you, because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. That means that everything that you need to make it through, God has already put it in you. The wise man built his house on a rock. I like to say it like this. I'm built for this. Look at somebody saying, I'm built for this. See, this year there's going to come some tests, there are going to come some trials, but everything that you're going through is preparation for elevation. You have been fully equipped and you are well able to handle whatever comes your way. See, this pain right now is preparation. Some of you are going to go through some tests this year that last year would have tripped you up. Some of you are going to be going through some things that 6 months ago would have had you locked up. But God has made things better for you. Now, I used to think that it was because it got easier, but let me give you a revelation here. Years ago, when I first started working out in the gym, I went to the gym for the first time, and I remember looking at all these big guys lifting all these heavy weights. I was in there lifting these 30-pound dumbbells, and I saw two guys across the room lifting 100 pounds each. So I walked over to them. I said, man, you over here lifting this 100 pounds, making it look easy while I'm struggling with this 30 pounds. He said, see, that's where you're wrong. Because the same 100 pounds in your hands is the same 100 pounds that's in my hands. See, it doesn't get easier. What happens is you get stronger. And I want to tell somebody today, you know that you are ready for elevation when what used to be heavy now becomes light. What used to hold you down now will roll off your back. And it's not because it got easier. It's because you got stronger. Somebody say, I'm built for this.